Hey, yeah, what's up? This Disciple Martial Occurrence reign back up in this anti-Illuminati all day, anti-telepathy all day, and everybody with him. All right, so this video is gonna be also about my ex-brother and the true nature of the relationship that we had. Yeah, this is gonna be shocking too. Same person that went and talked to all these people in the hood, all these politics in Charlotte, revved up all these people and everything, acting like I victimized him sexually, like he was a sex victim and all of this. And painting these pictures of me like, insinuating that I desire children. This is the insinuation. Okay. This same man bought me a car. I can't make this up, man. I know. It's horrible. Now, do y'all know anybody that feels that somebody victimized them and then turn around and buy them a car? Y'all know anybody like that? I know this takes the cake. This person goes around telling all these Charlotte black folk that I victimized him. But he ain't telling these same Charlotte black folk that he bought me a car. He ain't telling Charlotte, he ain't telling West Charlotte he bought me a car. Now, any of y'all know anybody in this world who feel like they want to buy cars for somebody they feel victimized them sexually, right? Y'all know anybody like this? Y'all know anybody like that? That think, gee, I want to buy that person a car. This shows you the true nature of the relationship that I had with this man. And on my birthday, okay, he buys a car for me. This shows you. This shows you. This shows you how it really was. It shows you how it really was. As opposed to what he's running around and yapping and telling people and putting all into politics. And some people could say whatever they want to say, but see, this is going to be the thing. This is going to be the nails in the coffin for the situation. For police that would hear that, or FBI, or hood politics, I'm talking about everybody. I suspect this guy went to the police. He did put somebody in jail in my family for 15 years. My cousin cannot get parole as a result. He got to do 15 years because of this brother I'm telling you about. So I wouldn't put it past him that he went to the police. Okay? And if I tell the police or anybody, I don't talk to the police, but if I did, if I tell them, sir, this man brought me a car. He's sitting up telling you this, right? But this is how our relationship was. On my birthday, he thought to buy me a car. Not a gold chain. Not a hat. Not a football hat. Not a pair of socks. Not even going out to eat and to get a meal, which most people would think would even be good. He went out his way to buy a car for me. Okay? Who would buy a car for a person they had a raggedy relationship with, how he described it? It doesn't add up. You don't buy cars for people that you esteem as enemies. Enemies don't get the reward of getting a car from you. You know anybody buying cars for their enemies? Y'all know anybody handing out cars to their enemies these days? Is it a new trend? Is this a new trend, y'all? People handing out cars, buying cars for people they say are this and that and third. No matter what they're saying, the car shows the nature of the relationship. The car, buying a car, it doesn't matter if it needed a tune-up. It don't matter what the condition of the car was. The fact that you bought a car, period, for someone, meaning for them to drive, is the nail in the coffin as far as contradicting yourself as far as that relationship you had with that person. Now, we can play stupid if we want to. But God holds people accountable for what you know. Now you know. You can't unknow this. You can't unthink this. I'm telling you what the facts are. Okay? This person bought me a car. All right? This happened. God knows it happened. You don't buy cars for people you feel victimize you. There's not no victim compassion or predator compassion, however they put it. There's not that much of that in the world for somebody to buy a car for a person they feel victimized them. See, what you don't understand is when the situation is the truth, how the situation really is, when a person is innocent of the nature and the things that people are accusing them of being this person that victimized them, when it's not the truth of how it was in the nature of the relationship that they had, it will be so many power truths, power information. And that's why people should have came to me. I would have told you this. Okay, this person bought me a car. The same person you talk about, the same person spread the information. The same person you quote unquote riding for is the person that bought me a car. That's what I'm saying. So how's that for your mission? There's nothing you can say to that. How can I go wrong with that? How can I go wrong with the person bought me a car? I can't say it wrong. This shows you the perspective of this person, and all this person did, therefore, was take half-truths and cut and paste and make this other perspective of this person. But the true perspective of this person is buying that person a car. That's how you really felt. You don't just buy cars for people on their birthday just because you can. So this is for all the people that call themselves riding for this person. There's people that's riding around thinking you're doing justice. This is what you doing. This is who you backing. Somebody that turned around and bought this dude a car. Something is fishy. If somebody told me, yeah, this person said that his brother did all this stuff to him and he's this and he's that. Insinuating it. That's what you're doing. That's why you're putting the information out. You're insinuating a certain image of this person. So how is that insinuation true of this person that they are this image, this pedophile? How are they that when you buying a car for him? He didn't ask you to buy the car. He didn't say, he didn't beg you for the car. He didn't ask you to do nothing. You went out your way to buy a car for this dude for his birthday. And then you turn around X amount of time and say all of this other stuff about this person that you bought a car for. Now, the stuff that you even talking about is before you, the stuff you talk about is before you bought the car. You're talking about stuff from your perspective that happened before you bought the car. So however you cut and paste this information, we all agreed this happened before the car. So after all that happened and all this stuff happened, why are you buying a car for a person you felt did you a certain way and victimized you? How are you buying a car for that person? Explain that to me. Make sense to that to me. No one does that. No one has a halfway relationship where I feel this person is a predator, I feel this person is this, but I'm gonna buy him a car. I wouldn't buy cars for someone I feel that victimized me. I wouldn't buy cars for people I feel is a pedophile, predator. I wouldn't buy them a car. On their birthday now. Not because they need it, not because you need them out of your life, not because you want them to drive away. You buy them a car on their birthday. I'm showing you now you want to play stupid. You want to play retarded, people. You folk want to play retarded now. All you Charlotte people, y'all want to play retarded. You know you don't buy no cars for somebody you feel wronged you that way. You know you don't buy cars for people you feel did you wrong. I don't want to hear any feelings, any other thing. Something so grand as a car for someone would not happen if you felt that they did you wrong, that they victimized you. You wouldn't be buying cars, bruh. I don't care what you say. I don't care to relate, brother, uncle, anything. You would not be buying cars. I don't care if you paid $50 for the car. You ain't gonna be buying no car at all for nobody you feel that victimized you. You're not gonna be doing it. I'm showing you what you support. I'm showing you the person you support. It's no way around that. You buy a car for a person on their birthday, then all of a sudden you got all kind of smoke and situations with the person after you bought the car. Nothing happened, right? Nothing happened. This person done dug up stuff behind the car event. Before the car event. They went back behind that and dig up and cut and paste all kind of information. Nothing happened though. You see what I'm saying? Nothing happened to where they talking about something that presently happened. They're not talking about something that is telling you how that relationship is now. They showing you something before they bought the person a car. Now, what does that tell you about that person? That you done went back and reneged on something you did, basically. Now, why did you renege on something you did? That's the real question. And that's what I'm telling you. That was all because of his wife lusting after me at a 4th of July party in 2010. And then he went back and gathered information behind him buying me a car, history behind that, cut and paste and all of that, because he was mad that his wife lusted after me and he couldn't get over it. He couldn't live with himself. He told me himself that he wanted to kill himself for how he treated his wife. So what did she do so bad to deserve to where he felt like he wanted to kill himself? She lusted after me and he tortured her and mistreated her, and as a result he wanted to kill himself for getting even with his wife. Nah, this gotta be done. You know what I'm saying? Because who else can tell it? None of the people I know can tell you what happened. They can't tell you. I'm telling you, he bought me a car. Yeah. I'm telling you, he bought me a car. So what does that tell you? You done went on a sucker mission of a man that wanted to get even with his brother because his wife, not something his brother did, his wife violated. His wife violated. And I would be upset too. It would be hard for me to swallow too. But I'm not gonna violate a brother because of a mistake my wife made. Okay? Remind you, this is the same person, same brother, and the same woman that I was accused of sleeping with. In his family, in my family, there was a rumor, and no one was forthcoming with this information. It was weeks and months later that I received it, just having a conversation. No one was forthcoming. So there was a rumor floating that I slept with his ex-wife. This is how jealous he was. He was the only one that could have planted that information in the family. Who else could have told that situation? Him and his wife wasn't even close enough to our family, not even the immediate family, close enough to where they even know what's going on. So how they found out? When they don't even come over his house. He planted that information, that paranoid information that he thought that because of his wife lusting after me, he just totally got paranoid and everything. But you see how things was? No one even came to me and volunteered that information. Nobody even told me what was going on. But it's all good though. It's all good though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's always gonna work out for my favor. Because I got God in my life. It's always gonna work out for me. You know what I'm saying? But nobody came to me and just said, yo, let me put this bug in. Let me chop it up with you for a second. Let me tell you what I just heard. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would have did. I've been cut from a cloth. I don't leave nobody in the dark. That's how I move with my friends and my homies. I don't leave you in the dark about something and then be like I'm your ride or die. I don't do people like that. You can't be a ride and die and got me in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the relationship that I have with family members are not good or whatever, but it's a higher level, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not gonna leave people in the dark about things. So I didn't even know, because if I knew, I would have straightened that right off. And guess what I did? I went and confronted him about it. That's how much of a man I am. Don't let my boyish ways fool you. I know I look boyish. But that's how much of a man I am. I went and confronted my brother and asked, I said, yeah, man, I heard somebody said, you know what I'm saying? I slept with your wife. And this was not even in the family. I pulled him. We were outside walking on our own, talking outside of the family and everything in Charlotte. And then when I told him that, he trailed off. Like he didn't understand, which was a lie, because most people would have been shocked. Like, what? You heard what? They would have had questions. He had no questions. That was the telltale sign that he planted that information. You don't got no questions for me, and I'm telling you, it's a rumor in the family. It was a rumor in the family that I slept with your wife. I want to know everything. I want to know, dang, who told you that, bro? What? Like, what? Who's even knowing the business and all that? Like, why is that? What? How did that even come up? And I'm your brother. You should have been defended. Like, what? Who's saying that? Who putting that on you? That part. You ain't questioning who putting it on me, though. You supposed to be my brother. You're not questioning who's putting this information on me. That's what I'm saying. You're not questioning who's putting that information on me. Not only because it's your wife, also because I'm supposed to be your brother. You're supposed to be like, what? Who is even putting it? Who is even saying something like that? That's what. None of that. He didn't even say nothing. He is the type of person that gets inquisitive because he's paranoid. So why he wasn't asking me no questions? He ain't asked me no more questions about that. He ain't asked me none really. I can't tell you one question he even asked me. He just listened. So I confronted the situation. So I'm telling you, man, that's what it is, man. That's how it is, man. How I handle the situation for what it, you know, how I handle it as a man. You know what I mean? So this tells you the nature also of our relationship, him buying a car for me. I'm telling you, this is what you need to know instead of sitting up here, you know, listen to some of these white folk, you know, because they don't know no better. They don't know how black people really rock. Some of them don't. And I have to say that because they be going off of information and you don't even know the culture. You don't even know how some black people behave and all that. And that varies from city to city anyway. And so you can't even keep up. You don't even know who you even really talking to. You don't even know somebody lying to you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't even use them to even detect anything. That's why I gotta do this. These white guys, man, what they gonna do? What they gonna say? All you can do is go by what's on paper, what people saying. You can't read between the lines. You can't read between the lines in the black community. You can't read between the lines concerning black psychology. You can't read between the lines. You can't read between the lines and see a good brother. You can't read between the lines and see that. So all you doing is running around, bloodthirsty, good, you know, not even knowing what's going on, looking real stupid right about now. When I'm telling you he bought me a car. Looking real stupid right about now. That's what you looking. Yeah, Charlotte looking real stupid too. Cause that's what you backing. You acting like you pushing me out the city. You ain't pushing me out the city. Ain't nobody confront me. I ain't had nobody pull up on me. Let's don't get that. Let me. Yeah, I'm glad I said that. Let me get that understood. Nobody run me off in Charlotte. Ain't nobody confront me. You see any scars on my face? You see anything on me? Ain't nobody confront me in Charlotte, man. Ain't nobody confront me. So if anybody got you fooled like they done ran me off or something because of this politics right here, none of that ran me off. I confronted the way it came from. I confronted him on all this. And he was trailing off. That's what my brother was doing. So I confronted the situation. I just want y'all to know, man, because there's a lot of people that look and see you, the distance between you and where the stuff comes from, the politics come from, and thinking you ducked off and ran off. That's not the situation. I just moved on. You know, like I've always had. That's how I did. I moved on like I always have. You know what I'm saying? I met somebody, moved on in 2018. After I confronted that situation, then when I came back through Charlotte from California in 2019, I met someone and moved down to Fort Lauderdale. So I was always moving on. It wasn't that I ran off. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I got it, because I know how people are, man. They'll be sitting back, you know what I'm saying, especially the guys that think they own the politics in certain cities. They'll be sitting back like, you know, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you don't see him here, do you? You know what I'm saying, you see all this stuff, man, yeah, like acting like, you know what I'm saying, like somebody ran me off, and it ain't that situation. It's not that situation. It's not no situation with some Charlotte guys that ran me off from Charlotte. I have to say that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what people think when they see the distance. They see you, politics, and they think they see the distance and think you ran off. Now, that was not the situation. I was always moving on. Okay? And so yeah, that's and while we on the subject of Charlotte politics, that's what y'all need to know, man. That's what y'all need to know. Anybody that's been talking about me, saying this, that, and the third, you need to know this person. My brother brought a car for me. That's what you need to know. This is very key information. While you're riding around painting these pictures of who I am and you don't even know what's going on, and while you thinking that, let me give you the truth of what happened, okay? This person bought me a car on my birthday. That's case closed. That shows the nature of the relationship. That shows you the bond. That shows you how real it was. That shows you how he felt. Period. That shows you how he esteemed me. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, y'all been running around crazy too, man, and you didn't know any better. You should have came to me, just like I told these other people. Everybody out there, whoever it is, you should have came to me, and I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry because I wouldn't have done that. I've never been in that situation. If somebody's saying this, that, and the third as a grown man, I've never been in a predicament where, you know what I'm saying, where I was carrying a heavy politic like that about somebody. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have played in the situation. I wouldn't have been a player in the situation at all. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been a player in the situation. I can't see real dudes. That's why I don't have no problems. What real dude's gonna even want to discuss it? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being 100 because if it ain't it's just like any street politics situation. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to things, wrongs and wrongdoing, if you don't have the evidence and things and this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? You know what we supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't getting all the information from the other side on top of that. You just going with one side of what's said with no obvious evidence. No real thing said, showing any contact. This person is showing information is showing contact with both parties. You're not seeing that. So I'm showing you, he bought me a car. You need to know that.